Testing.
Do you know what we call it?
All right. All right, so let's get started. I am back from vacation, so we will have a more regular live stream schedule. Again, I'll start making videos at least on the probably daily. Well, it will be daily during the week. For sure. So let's get into Bitcoin. If you guys are new, appreciate if you like and comment what coins you would like to see. I'll look at them after I look at Bitcoin. So we go live Mondays and Fridays. I'm still trying to figure out what time is going to work best with my new job. But we will be live Mondays and Fridays from now on for the foreseeable future, at least for the next month or two until I go somewhere else. So let's go look at Bitcoin and see what's going on with Bitcoin. So right now, Bitcoin on the daily chart. Let's go to the daily chart and start there. It definitely broke down. I made a few TikTok videos about it. I might have posted some shorts on YouTube about where Bitcoin was going, and I said it was in a rising wedge one day. I don't know if that, I think the rising wedge video I did on TikTok, I had sound over it so you guys can't hear it, but if you watch the short on YouTube, if I posted it, then you would know that I said it was in a rising wedge and it didn't look very bullish to me. We'll look at that in a second. But right now, the daily chart is in a downtrend right now. Technically, as long as you stay above $20,800, that was the last local low on the daily chart for Bitcoin. So as long as we stay above $20,800, which we're extremely close to right now, we're technically still making a higher low or a double bottom. If you lose $20,800, then obviously that is off the table. But technically, as of right now, you're not out of the, I mean, as long as you hold that, you're okay. The daily chart is completely down on the RSI. It's at like 1 right now on the RSI on the daily chart. So that is a good sign for a reversal. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and see how that's looking for Bitcoin's RSI. That's pinned at the bottom. So we can't go, the 4-hour chart on the RSI at least can't go any lower for Bitcoin. And let's go look at the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart is getting close to being overbought, but still has a little more room to go at 70, and it could get pinned, right? So overall, 1 hour is getting high, but nothing to worry about just yet. Maybe later tonight it might be something to worry about, probably within the next 2 to 4 hours. But probably is at least another hour to 4 hours, 1 to 4 hours of more upside is my, based on what I've seen in the past. 1-hour chart has more room to go, and the 4-hour chart has room to go, and the daily chart is about to reverse. So I do think the bigger time frames, 4-hour and daily, are looking pretty juicy to me. We could be getting a double bottom here at 20,800, and then we could have a rally up, or we could make a slightly higher low around $21,000, which I wouldn't complain about either. So we'll see what happens. But right now, in my, based on what I'm seeing, you cannot lose 20,000. You could even say this, 20,700. But if you close a daily candle below 20,700, then it's extremely bearish for me. So that's kind of what's on the table for Bitcoin right now. Because if you lose 20,700, I'm going to start making support and resistances on Bitcoin right now. So there's support at 20,800, 20,700, and then you have the next support to the downside would be 19,300. You have the $20,000 psychological support as well. But there's, the next major support would be 19.3 from what I'm seeing on the charts right now. There would be support at 20K, of course, but I don't know. I think 19.3 looks stronger than 20K right now, based on what I'm looking at on the 4-hour chart. Let's go to the daily chart and see. Technically, though, you are still in an uptrend on the daily chart. Let me go to the 4-hour chart and show you where I saw the rising wedge. I mean, maybe I saw the rising wedge on the 1-hour chart. Way up here. Was it up here? No, that wasn't it. I'm not sure where it was at. I'm going to try to find it here. It's right before we start breaking down. So we go over here. I'm going to zoom way out here on the 4-hour chart and kind of see what I was talking about, because I know I had it drawn. Hold on. If you're not on YouTube, you can't. If you're on TikTok, you can't really see what I'm drawing, unfortunately. But that's kind of what I was drawing, and it broke to the downside. It's kind of hard to draw it after the fact, but that is what I saw, and I do think it hit the measured move. So Bitcoin, I would expect a reversal at 20,800. If you don't get it, that's extremely bearish, and then we can look for lower price targets. But as long as you hold $20,800, to me, Bitcoin is going to be okay. So that's how I was looking for Bitcoin right now. I don't think you can lose 20,800 to still be bullish again, because then I said my next target is 19.3, and I really don't want to go below 20K again. So that's what it's looking like for Bitcoin. Uh, yeah, it's my first live since I was gone 2 weeks ago, so yes, it is. Hopefully now we can start going live again on Mondays and Fridays because I'm back for a while. I just don't know what time I'll be at, but it will be live at least twice a week like I usually am in the past. So if you guys have any coins you would like me to look at, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep looking at Bitcoin. I do think the bottom is very close at 20,800. Like I said, if you don't hold that, then we got another problem on our hands. But as of right now, to me, we're looking okay on Bitcoin. At least short term. Let me see if I can get the measured move. So I was trying to get the measured move with this rising wedge that I had drawn. So it's looking like the low would be 19.2. I mean 19.3. That I think 19,300 at least on the 4-hour chart is where the rising wedge target is actually to the downside. Based on the rising wedge I saw earlier, I thought we already hit the target, but it's looking like, at least from this rising wedge I just drew, we have not hit the target yet. So maybe I just redrew it. But 19.3 is actually on the table. That would be the price target for this rising wedge that we were in. So 19.3 could actually be the low, which would be a lower low on the 4-hour and daily chart. So that would not be bullish to me. I really want to hold 20,800. So we'll see. I mean, with the 4-hour chart and daily chart being oversold, I would expect us to get a reversal soon, but now the 1 hour is about to be overbought again, and I don't think you broke a previous high on the 1-hour chart. So yeah, you definitely did not. So to me, the 1-hour chart in the next few hours is not going to be good because you're probably going to make a lower high, definitely. So overall, I still think we're definitely a downtrend. So it's going to be unlikely that 20,800 is going to hold based on what the 1-hour chart is telling me in the next few hours going into tonight. But I guess we'll see. Time will tell. You got some KuCoin swing trading plays that might want to do with 3x in the next week or so. Look at AI and BURP. So I'll look at those coins, but I want to tell you what I'm about to do. Probably starting September, I'm going to actually just be trading Bitcoin. I'll still look at altcoins and stuff, but I won't actively be trading them because I think in a bear market, they're too hard to trade, too risky, and I've lost enough money trying to trade these alts. I made some money, but I've also lost, and I think it would be more worth it to just trade Bitcoin. But let's look at these coins. Bitcoin to $5. That'd be an awesome short if that were the case. AI. So this is on the KuCoin chart. Daily. Let's look at this. Maybe I can show you guys. What I'm seeing on the chart. I'm gonna flip the screen, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is kind of what I'm seeing. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe I can put this remote here and you guys can kind of get a picture of it. It's still not great, but let's see if I can make it better. Alright, so this is AI coin. Right now it's at 2982 price-wise. So that is the price it's currently at. Now it's at 3. So let's look on the daily chart. So it's looking like this coin has been completely beat down. Let's look at the RSI. Zoom in a little bit. And the RSI right now is trying to get a reversal. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. That is still technically an uptrend. So is a 1-hour. This has room to go on the smaller time frames. 4-hour and 1-hour still have a little more room to go up, as does the daily, I think, that I just looked at. But you're also seeing that, let's go back to the 4-hour chart, you're overbought here, and that's a lower low when you were overbought. So to me, this is not bullish. AI, yes, you want to get in when everyone else is scared, but to me it's in a massive downtrend, and this is an example of one of the coins I'm talking about that's so risky to trade in a bear market because they're so indecisive of what they want to do. It looks like you have a high volume node here at 4563, so that's still a ways away, but if you were to go for another rally, that's where you would go. I would like to see you, if on the 4-hour chart, at least get above this wick that you had on a few candles ago at 37. If you can't do that, that's not bullish because that's a lower low, a lower high, I should say, when you're overbought again on the 4-hour chart. So overall, you got overbought. The high was 37 there. If the next time you get overbought and pinned on the 4-hour chart, you don't get above to 37, that's bearish to me. So overall, I don't love what I see here. Let's look at the 3-day chart. And 3-day chart, though, does look like it's very oversold. It can go a little bit lower. It's at 8 right now. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly isn't a massive downtrend. I don't like what I see on the weekly chart, but It's very possible these coins do a 3x just based on how low market cap they are and how volatile they are. So, that's a coin. To me, I would stay away from it. It just looks like you just zoom out. Just zoom out. And if you were shorting this, you make a lot more money in the long term over the last few months than if you were longing it. So to me, I'm being a little more conservative now. But that's AI coin. I don't like what I'm seeing on that. At least not on the macro time frame. Maybe short term you get another pump, but macro time frame I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm doing great today. I'm feeling pretty good. I just got back home today, so I thought I'd go live. Let's go back and look at Burp Coin. And like I said, I'm just going to be probably starting. I'm going to start a new trading account probably September and September 1st. And when I do that, I'm just going to be trading Bitcoin. We'll see how that goes. I think I'll be more successful than I am with altcoins in that. I'll make less percentage, but it'll be more consistent gains because Bitcoin's a lot more predictable than these altcoins. So this is Burp Coin. Again, let's go to the daily chart. This looks even worse. This isn't a huge downtrend. I don't like what I'm seeing here either. Let's zoom in a little bit. If I had to choose between Burp and that one we just looked at, AI, the AI looks better. So we'll start on the weekly chart for why not. Okay, weekly chart is pinned. It can't really go any lower on the RSI. 30-day, same thing. And the daily chart is, so let's zoom in really quick. This could continue going up, but daily chart's looking like, see that sideways motion? That's already struggling here on the daily chart. So I don't love what I'm seeing. The 4-hour chart is trying to get an uptrend, and the 1-hour chart is already in an uptrend. That has more room to go. But again, if we find the price action, zoom way in, the fact I have to zoom in this much tells me it's gone down a lot. Also, it looks like there's low liquidity on this coin based on the candles I'm seeing. So this is one I would definitely stay away from, is Burp. But low liquidity. The candles aren't even that full, really. I would not be trading Burp. AI looks like the better trade if you're going to trade anything because, again, you go to the daily chart and it's just in a straight down motion. So overall, this doesn't look great to me. Definitely low liquidity. There's no volume here either. So I don't like what I'm seeing at all from Burp. This is probably a coin that's going to go to zero based on just this chart alone. So, could they do a 3x? Yes. Could they also go down 99% in the next few weeks? Yes. So be extremely careful when you're trading these coins. So those are the two coins I looked at. I'm sorry, but I just don't like what I'm seeing from either of those, especially Burp. That looks horrible. So that's the request that I got. I appreciate if you guys, like that. Hit the like button as I'm looking at your coins. Appreciate that. So let me go over and look at, so that's kind of the ones that requested, Burp and AI coin. And before the stream, I looked at auction. And then, of course, we looked at Bitcoin. So if you guys have any other requests, let me know. Otherwise, it would be a quick. I don't expect a lot of people to come tonight just because I haven't been here the last 2 weeks. So it's expected it's low viewership tonight. But on Monday, I'm expecting, as we get back into the swing of things and I start posting YouTube videos this weekend, I'm expecting more people to come to the live stream. So it might be a shorter live stream tonight. But if there's no other requests, I'm going to wrap things up. And like I said, Bitcoin has to hold $20,800. If it can't do that, that's not bullish to me. I'm going to stay on the white screen so that there's no reflection when when TikTok is watching it. But that's kind of it. Bitcoin has to stay above $20,800 to remain bullish. If it doesn't do that, the next target I had was 19.3, and that's also, I believe, the measured move of the rising wedge I had on the 4-hour chart. So 19.3 is very much on the table, especially as we get into the weekend, which are less liquidity and more dumpage on weekends. So, 19.3 is on the table. Be careful. Be watchful of that. So 20,800 is the next support, and then below that 19.3. Those are targets to the downside I'm watching right now for Bitcoin. So I will see you guys then on Monday for our next live stream. I will be posting videos throughout this weekend, but definitely posting a lot more come next week as we get back into the work week. With that being said, guys, thanks guys for joining. I will be back on Monday. I don't know what time yet, but if you guys are in my trading group or on Telegram, you will see me. I'll post what time I'm going to go live. By the way, Bitcoin is about to hit 21K now. It's probably unlikely we're going to hold 20,800. But yeah, I'll post what time I'm going to go live, probably Monday morning, so you guys know ahead of time. Probably be Monday night, actually. Probably like 8. Well, I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know what time. It might be at the normal 4:30. I just got to figure out with my work and everything when I want to go live. But I will see you guys on Monday, and I'll be keeping you guys updated throughout the weekend. And until next time, trade safe, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. And I will end the stream right there.